All right. SoundCloud.com/chaotic flame, YouTube.com/@ nothing left to do but win. I'm here with my lovely co-host Rasheedah. How you doing today?
Lovely. Lovely. Can't wait to get into the topic.
Well, yeah, hey, let's get right into it. I'm just going to share my screen here. And for those who have been living under a rock, a lot going on with Shannon Sharpe. I also got a lot to say on it. This is going to be one of those lunch break pods where we quickly get into a topic, try to stay focused on it. And let's really talk about how we feel about this situation regarding the legendary Shannon Sharpe, who is currently going through a $50 million lawsuit from a Jane Doe accuser who happens to be 30 years younger than him. Mistake number one. And yeah, before I go any deeper into this, anything you want to say in a moment, Rasheedah?
The fact that she's 30 years younger was not mistake number one. That's mistake number two.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Mistake number one, he should have known. Shannon Sharpe is what, 55, 56? He ain't just fall off the turnip truck. That man been in the NFL. He done had money for a very long time.
Long time.
Why you wouldn't protect yourself from such a fiasco is beyond me. I don't understand it. I don't get it. You should have never allowed yourself to be in that situation.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, some of the conversations have leaked, some text messages have leaked, and we'll get into all of that. And as I was listening to some of the phone calls, it's like, yo, it literally sounds like a setup. It sounds like she's setting you up. It sounds like she's lining you up.
It does. And like I said, and I know a lot of that, maybe he wasn't expecting it because a lot of that has to do with the type of role playing they did.
Okay. Oh, we about to talk about this. Let's go. Come on.
Now, if you've been paying attention, they are into a lot of role playing, a lot of race play, a lot of kind of dominant, submissive kind of thing. So I feel like even though this was the conversation that was being had, that's probably why he was just like, it ain't that big a deal. But at the same time, why you would allow yourself to say those kinds of things on the phone where you don't know for sure if you're being recorded is foolish.
Yeah,
that is 100% foolish.
It's foolish. It's reckless. And, you know, even if you don't have a lot of money and you're not worth these millions, you have to protect yourself. You know, you have to really think about what you're saying. Now, I don't have that one phone call, but, you know, in the phone call,
I have a part of it.
You do? All right. Well, if you could bring it out, you could bring it out, bring it out. If you can bring it out, bring it out.
Everything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
All right. First off, that clip came from Tazariak's channel. Shout out to Captain Tazariak at ISUPK. I see you. And wow, I have reservations. I have an opinion here, but you can definitely go first.
As do I. Like I said, it had already came out that they were into role playing and all that kind of stuff. Now, her response to that, her saying, I don't want to be choked, the tone she used, that lets me know that's the type of stuff they say to each other when they're role playing. That wasn't just, I'm afraid for my life, I need help. That's how they role play with each other. And if that's what y'all do, cool, I'll never yuck somebody's yum, but don't make it something that it ain't.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if I could, to piggyback off what you just said, the way that she responded to me, it was kind of like alluring in. You know, it did seem kind of role play-ish. It wasn't blatant. It wasn't serious. But what I would say is, like, if you're anyone who is in a situation with someone else and you guys are crossing the line sexually, you kind of have to understand that there's a time and a place for these things, right? So if we're on a phone and we're going through an argument, I don't think it's the time for me to bring up some of the stuff we be role playing in the bedroom and then to tell you that you don't have a choice in the matter. When, let's be honest, when a woman's comfortable or when a man is comfortable with someone sexually, certain things they allow in the bedroom, that might have been like the foundation of some of the stuff they do. That's what it sounds like. Wasn't there like text messages that were leaked and everything?
I don't have those, but there were. And the text messages that he released were pretty much saying she with the shits. This what we do. I'm cool with it. I want you to do X, Y, Z. I want you to put a baby in me, and I want you, all kinds of stuff. We stuck together for life so I can have your big black baby, all kinds of stuff. So if you look at the messages that he released, she was with it. So that's why this recording is a little disingenuous. Like,
yeah,
girl.
And then in my opinion, it's like, all right, why were you recording this? Were you recording everything? Was this recorded after you knew you were going to pursue a lawsuit? Then we have to talk about the lawyer that is handling this case, Tony Busby, right? This is the same lawyer who was a lawyer for the Jane Doe who tried to say something about Jay-Z a couple months ago. That came and went. I don't know what's going on with it, but nothing, right? So nothing. Shannon Sharpe has $100 million potential business venture, and then as soon as that comes, boom, $50 million lawsuit. Then there's another spin to this thing. He offered $10 million, y'all.
He did.
Offered $10 million to 86 the situation. Let's do away with it. I don't feel like I'm too wrong. I'm worth this much. I got 10 million for you if you zip your lips, close your mouth, and you disappear.
So here's the thing to that. There's a couple things to that. Number one, he's not the first man with money to say, here, take this little bit of money and leave me alone. So to me, that doesn't mean he's necessarily guilty.
Not at all.
Number two, a lot of people are saying she did this because he is coming up on this $100 million deal. But they've been in mediation for this since before it was announced that he got this kind of money coming out. And I just feel like you got somebody approached you. I could be wrong. I feel like the lawyer probably approached her and was like, look, we can do X, Y, Z. Let's go ahead and get this money. So she just like, all right, I'm with it. That's just how I feel. I could be wrong. It's been known to happen.
Yeah, and I'm going to share screen once again here.
Now, what I've also heard is that
Oh, really?
I heard that he got fired from ESPN. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just what I heard. Maybe somebody can confirm that in the comments or something, but I heard that he got fired from ESPN.
Yeah, that's wild. Hold up. Can you hear me, Sheeta?
Perfectly. Yep.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Loud and clear.
All right. So right here on the share screen, I have some we just have a delay between us. I'll jump out and jump back in a second. We're not signing in here. Sharpe categorically denies the allegations and is ready for a legal fight. David said, pointing to the alleged text as proof his client did nothing wrong. Davis said Sharpe and the accuser had consensual sex until January 2nd, the day after she allegedly asked for $25,000 per week in a message. I know you missed this big juicy ass. $25K for each cheek, she allegedly wrote, according to the 44 pages of text Sharpe's legal team's release. So yeah, you know, there's other things here, but I'm gonna stop my share screen for a second. All right, so it looks like a lot of this was consensual. Like it started out as a consensual situation, then eventually it got to the point where she's seen an opportunity. And before I yield the floor, I just want to say this: She's not attracted to 50-year-old Shannon Sharpe. She's attracted to the potential opportunity you can get from Shannon Sharpe, and he's attracted to her body. That's the exchange in this situation. That's why we have a situation where a 50-year-old and a 50-year-old rich man is engaged with a 20-year-old woman. Now, I don't know what her status is financially, but we all see what's happening here.
I'm assuming it ain't his.
Yeah, it's
And the thing of it is, you got to ask yourself this: what does? Because I think when he first met her, she was 19. What does a 19-year-old have to offer a 55-year-old man other than her body? What else? They come from 2 different generations. They probably don't even like the same music. They probably can't talk politics. What does a 19? Okay, I'll say it like this. Maybe everybody wasn't, but at 19, I was dumb as hell. Okay, there is no way that I could carry on a mature relationship with anybody in their 50s. I'm 38 and it's still iffy now. I feel like he should have known better. Now,
yes,
if nothing else, y'all both knew what this was. Y'all both knew it was just a sexual relationship, whatever y'all grown. If that's what it was, why didn't you get that woman to sign an NDA? Why couldn't you have done that? You wouldn't even have this problem if you would have just got her to sign an NDA. But you were thinking with the wrong head, which is why you're in this position you are in now. I don't know. It's kind of like a "that's what you get" type of thing. And
okay, all right. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't wish misfortune on nobody, but when you're operating like you don't have good sense, that's what you get. Done for you.
If I could, you know how in the phone conversation, choking was referenced, correct? Now, so check this out. She additionally wrote, "I want to be abused, daddy." Now, this is coming from the disposition that the lawyer submitted, right? So these are text messages between Shannon Sharpe and the Jane Doe. Look at this one. "I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're fucking." Let me explain something to you, man. Look, fellas out there, if you have a woman who is
different.
If
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Fellas, if you have a woman that you're dealing with and you guys are crossing the line sexually, especially when it comes to choking or anything physical or anything that could cause harm, not only do you need to have safe words and things like that in play, multiple safe words, you also have to know when you can and when you can't use this type of verbiage, right? So you're on the phone and then you bring up, "Oh, I'm gonna choke you," and you don't have no sense in the manner, when that wasn't the time for that. Now, in the bedroom, in between them, when they're safe with each other, it might be different. She might like to feel like she doesn't have a choice in the matter. She might like to be dominated. And according to the text messages, right, between them, that was some of the things that they were into. So it's hard. I think it's going to be hard for her. She should have took the 10 million.
She should have
took the 10 million.
She should have just was like, "Yep, cool, 10 million. I'm gonna buy me a house. I'm gonna go sit my ass down and chill somewhere." But you know what I think is the most petty of this entire lawsuit?
What?
They filed the lawsuit with her as a Jane Doe. He was like, her name is XYZ, which is completely legal. It's completely legal. The only way he can't refer to her as a Jane Doe is during the court proceedings and in court documents. He was like, "No, that ain't Jane Doe. Her name is XYZ." I said, "Wow, that's the
and like on some real stuff." And to go on what you said earlier, hold on, let me stop my share screen because I'm lagging. To go on what you said earlier, you know what I'm saying? Damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, yo, she should have took the money. That's all I can say. She should have took the money. Yeah. She should have.
And this is also having a good lawyer, because at the end of the day, if she loses this lawsuit, She gets nothing, and neither does the lawyer. He can advise her on whatever he feels or whatever. But at the end of the day, she's going home with nothing. You get to keep trying cases. Have yourself a good lawyer, and not one who has ulterior motives.
Yeah, that's a fact. And also, what you said earlier was his offer of 10 million is not an admission of guilt. And I just want to agree with you and re-echo that sentiment. Him offering 10 million is to say, look, I don't want this coming out. I have things going on. Take this and we're done with this. Mm-hmm. When is 10 million not enough for your broke ass, man? When is 10 million not enough? Like what do you really want if he's offering you $10 million? Like, what do you want? Now, we've been kind of one-sided in this thing, so I'm going to flip the script a little bit. Mm-hmm. If there was things going on and she is a real victim, one, she should have got a different lawyer. This guy, Tony Busby, is completely ridiculous.
His credibility ain't shit.
His credibility isn't there. You go and get this guy who just got done trying to sue Jay-Z. Anybody, in the rap industry, you about to get some big deal. Here come Tony Busby. He need a piece of your pie. He's coming for it. And God forbid you dealing with a female that he's able to get in her ear. And, now you got a lawsuit, bro. When I don't know, man. It's just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. But yeah, if there was real things going on that she was not consenting to, then, then I have nothing but, respect for her, and she should proceed how she needs to proceed. Don't look like it though. And I'll yield.
It doesn't.
It don't look like it.
Somebody said if this were the case and, what she's saying is true, he assaulted her, why didn't she file criminal charges? Ooh. And to that, it is much less of a burden of proof in civil court than it is criminal court. So in criminal court, you have to pretty much have damn near eyewitness accounts and people willing to say, I saw this happen, I saw that happen, I heard this and I heard that. In civil case, you could just be like, it's more likely that he did it than he didn't. And you don't have to prove it to the same level. So that is probably why. And plus, let's be honest, I ain't gonna lie, I think she's lying. I think she putting 100 on 10. She knew what she was doing. So it would make more sense for her to sue him civilly than to have him criminally charged.
Yeah, and then when you sue somebody civilly, you're looking for a payout, as well. Mm-hmm. Versus criminal charges, you might get a little money, but you're trying to lock.
You're looking for damages.
Damages, yeah, exactly. Looking for revenge. But what I will say is like, anybody out there, if you are dealing with a woman, I'm gonna speak to the fellas for a second. If you're dealing with a woman, you guys are into BDSM or you guys are into anything that could come across as harmful or potentially damaging, you have to be very, very careful on how you treat that woman when you're outside of the bedroom. You can't get it construed. She might like being called this, that, and the third in the bedroom. Doesn't mean you take that out in public. She might like to be humiliated in the comfort of your ensemble when it's just you two. She might be comfortable with you behind closed doors in the bedroom and allow certain things. You leave it there. You cannot disrespect and bring up choking and not having choices and situations outside of it. And if you are, I guess maybe in foreplay, but you have to be careful. You can't just do that, yo. You can't walk around talking about how you're gonna choke them and how they ain't got no choice in getting choked. You can't do that. You cannot do that. So be careful. Have your safe words, and trust me, fellas, there is nothing sexier than consent. There's nothing sexier than rocking with somebody that wants to rock with you, right? I don't even understand the mentality around trying to force somebody to do anything, because I love women that love me. I like when that energy is given to me. I don't like to force anything. I'm not a juggernaut, yo. I'm smooth, So, you gotta be careful out there, fellas.
And here's the thing. When you got the money that he got, you ain't gotta force nobody to do nothing. If this one wasn't with it, I promise you there are 10 more behind her that will do whatever he asked them to do. You ain't never got to force nobody to do nothing.
Nah.
And number 2, don't just have safe words. Have at least a safe gesture. If you are unable to speak, I'm going to tell my business. If for whatever reason I am unable to speak, I have to have at least one hand free. And if I'm starting to get uncomfortable, if I can't say my safe word, I just stick my finger in your ear. Or I'll stick my nail in your thigh. Something like that so you understand. Time out, we gotta stop.
I'm like, hold a finger in the air. All right, we about to get a little explicit. If you stop. Nah,
No questions. Just
like, what is
the point of the matter is, if you are unable to speak, be able to communicate that you need that person to stop in some other way. So you don't have your dumb ass in this situation.
Yeah, hey, I agree with you 100%. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, consent, safe words, safe gestures, and aftercare too. I'm gonna let you know right now. If you're doing
aftercare, would make her come back every single time.
You know who I learned that from? And like, we never did nothing, but I remember we had conversations and Precious was mentioning it, and then like, I try it, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, all right, after I'm done banging out or whatever, especially if it's some extreme, you've been restrained and we've been going crazy, you know what I'm saying? Spend some aftercare. Take 30 minutes, lay up, talk about it. Don't relax, pass out, whatever. But don't throw your pants on and dip off and get all in your phone. Like, aftercare is very important too, fellas. I'm telling you, especially if you on BDSM time, aftercare. Trust.
And even if it's just regular plain sex, aftercare is amazing. Like I said, it'll keep her coming back every time. And just so we're clear, aftercare is not just a cold or warm rag. Like that's the start of it. Like we can start there, but that's not all that aftercare is.
Oh shit!
It's not just a wet rag. Okay, please keep that in mind.
Yeah. I ain't see that one coming, shit. I ain't see that one.
And let me tell you why I say that, because for me, I'm like, oh, before I met this one gentleman, I was like, oh, that's sweet. Give me a wet rag. But this one guy, I'm like, all right, like, why'd you rubbing my back like that? It do hurt a little bit, but like, this is different. Like, I never knew what aftercare was until somebody showed me what it should look like. So I'm like, a wet rag no longer. That's not. That no longer is enough.
That don't make the cut. You know what I'm saying? That is hilarious.
That's no longer enough. You ain't got to take my advice. I'm just saying.
Oh, yo, also, like, ain't nothing wrong with taking a little. Now, this is like after dark pod stuff. I think I'm a chill, but yo, ain't nothing wrong with taking breaks.
You know what? We can record that too. We can record that.
All right, we can do that shit, right? All right, cool. All right. So this has been the Shannon Sharpe Not Do But Win episode. Anything else you want to say regarding Shannon Sharpe? Yeah, Shannon. Replace that $10 million. Nah, it's too late. It's already out now. Now it's like, I ain't giving you 10 mil. I ain't giving you 10 mil now. Now it's out. Now I'm fighting. Now I'm gonna give 10 mil.
Now you ain't getting nothing.
Now you as Miss Janie used to say at Miss Anderson's house when I was growing up. That's my old babysitter. You gets nothing. Nothing. Since when? Yo, it had to be Tony Busby to say 10 million is not enough. It had to be Tony Busby. When is $10 million not enough? Seriously, close your mouth, get your 10 million, change your life, disappear.
And now, you know what's crazy? Because now she's probably not going to get the 10 million. And now everybody knows who you are. So now the rest of the world is looking at you like you crazy. You can't go nowhere. You're pretty much not safe because everywhere you go, you got to worry about people harassing you, talking shit to you. You should have just took that 10 million and shut your ass up and sat down where nobody knew who you were.
Nobody. You would have had 10 mil in your account. You would have been on vacation somewhere. You would have changed your family's life. You would have changed your kid's life. You would have changed your mother's life. You would have changed, like, you could have made heavy impact in your community. Like, there's so much you could have done. But you got Tony Busby in your ear. Oh, 10 million. That's not enough. We need 50. For what? What do you need 50 million for? 10 mil, you would have been all right. And then let's say you had lawyer fees. You could have gave 2 million to Tony. Get the fuck out of my face. You got 8 million. You would have been all right.
And on the flip side, if she so chose to do this to another man, nobody would have never knew who she was or saw her coming.
Yeah.
But now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That was a good point.
You'll never have the opportunity to get nobody like that again.
You won't be able to get nobody now. You know what I'm saying? Now it's over.
Now your ass got to go to work every day like the rest of us.
Yeah, and now you got to come out your pocket and pay Tony Busby these crazy lawyer fees now. Now you're coming out of pocket instead of, man, listen, yeah. Hopefully everything was consensual. Hopefully this could be proven. Hopefully justice comes to whoever needs to get justice on this. I feel like you should have took the 10 million. Respectfully. I don't know. I could do a lot with 10 million. If I had $10 million, Plainfield wouldn't even look the same.
Nigga, I could do a lot with 8 million.
I could do a lot with
that.
I do a lot with $500,000. I do 500 racks.
With this one.
Crazy.
You know what? I say it all the time. You have the right to be as stupid as you want to be. And she's just exercising her right, I guess.
Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, for me, that's just the hardest part for me to wrap my head around. It's like, all right, what was going through your head when you turned down 10 million? Or who was in your ear when you turned down 10 million?
Wait, before we go, I want y'all to listen to how this man explains how he feels about the whole situation.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I can't stand Shannon Sharpe. First of all, let me just say this. And I don't like to kick a man when he down. But Shannon Sharpe is getting sued for $50 million from an ex-girlfriend who is clearly lying, allegedly, because he a fool, right? Shannon Sharpe is one of the issues that's happening in the black community where are our grown men that want to be grown men? Sharpe is damn near 60 years old, got a podcast where his idea of on the podcast is just to be messy. 60-year-old man. Oh, well, the young women like it, but
stop them young ones from opening up. I tell you what, chat, let's put glasses on him.
I despise a grown man not wanting to be a grown man, because who do the young men got to look up to? This is the first generation ever where the young men and the grown men is the same thing. They don't dress different. They don't listen to the different music. They date the same women. You are 56 years old dating a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old. The girl is obviously, she's saying that he assaulted her. He ain't assaulted her, right? And if you look at it, it's clear as day in the paperwork. She even recorded him. This is this phone conversation.
Anything I say, you're just gonna get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke out of you when I see you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
Now, in that phone conversation, you can tell that she was clearly baiting him. Because why are you recording him, first of all? You knew what the conversation was going to be. In their adult time, Shannon, he like race play. He likes all that. You entitled to like what you like. This is what you get. This is what you get, because you got to grow up. You're on the podcast just as messy as they can. Well, I could never imagine my dad, rest in peace, being messy on the internet. At 50 years old, he got other 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds on his podcast, and all they doing is being messy. What is, well, I've heard that you was I cannot, I'm telling you, I can't stand Shannon Sharpe. First, I was with it, you know what I mean? But I was like, oh, this is successful. I'm not about anything black. I'm ready. I watched it. I said, what? I am not about to watch a golden man, not the golden girl, the golden man being messy on the podcast. Well, Kat, I heard
Tiffany Haddish, and why she?
I was like, this is the stupidest. What is the? I need knowledge. I want to be inspired. Like, y'all are 50, 60 years old. I want to be inspired by y'all conversations. If I want messy, I'll watch the baddies. Shannon, I hope you get, over this. I hope we're in this case because you don't deserve it, but I hope you learn your lesson. Well.
Oh man, yo. First off, dude is hilarious. First off, dude is hilarious, yo. He's hilarious. Damn. Said he despises men who just don't want to grow up. I mean, like at the end of the day, and I said this in the beginning of the show. You met her, she was 19, you 55, 56. This was completely transactional. You like her for her body, she likes you for her opportunity and wealth. She's not attracted to you, dog. She don't care about like she sees who she's dealing with. She sees opportunity. You seen who you were dealing with. So, we gotta clear that sentiment as well. But yeah, man, you gotta protect yourself out here, yo. And it does sound like she was definitely baiting him in that conversation, like for sure. It's like, don't manipulate me or not. Like Tony Busby might
Who says that in regular conversations?
Exactly, yo. And for all y'all out there that's on the women's side, yeah, y'all need to come up on this panel for real, because y'all gotta come up on this panel. I know it's been kind of one-sided, and I have no problem coming back and taking back statements if some truths do come out. But based on the text messages, the phone calls, the lawyer that you got to do this, you should have took the 10 million, and I yield.
But you know why it's one-sided? Because the one side makes a lot more sense than the other.
Sure does.
It makes a lot. It's more likely than not that his side is the one that's telling the truth, is the one that's being genuine. But I still say, as messed up as all this is, that's on him. He should have protected himself. When you have the kind of wealth that he has, all you are is a brand. And anytime you allow your brand to be attacked in such a way, when you could have simply protected yourself, you deserve whatever you get. Shannon Sharpe is 50, okay? It's not like you one of these little young niggas that just got drafted. You know better. You should know better.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, and this is something else I'm going to do in the meantime. I'm sorry. Just share my screen. There we go. Right here. All right. So, like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 300 subscribers. This means like so much to me.
You know what? I don't mean to cut you off, but I feel like, because every once in a while we do a little $25 Cash App giveaway. I feel like once we get to 300, like maybe we'll do a $50. I'll go work some things out. Once we get to 300, our first show after 300, we'll do a $50 Cash App giveaway.
Absolutely. I agree. And right now, I just want to say shout out to the viewership. We got a good amount of people in here. Got 8 people here. And what I'm liking is that most of the people are on YouTube. Right now, we are streaming on Facebook, but we're on the Nothing Left to Do But Win Facebook page, and that's where we're going to keep it moving forward. I don't necessarily need the traffic generated towards me. I need it generated towards the movement. So, viewership actually keeps increasing right now. All right, it just dropped down to a decent number. All right, I be getting nervous.
I wonder how many of y'all be watching at work. I wonder how many of y'all watching at work right now. Don't get caught. Don't get caught.
But I got a lot of new stuff going on the page as well. Recently, yesterday I did a chaotic cook up where I went live and I made beats.
I saw that.
Yeah, I don't see it on here at the moment, but that was actually pretty fun. I had a really good time doing that.
I'm telling you, I need you to make a beat for me. I'm ready to drop these bars. Listen.
I'll cook one up for you. You heard? Yeah, but this has been the Shannon Sharpe episode. Y'all, I appreciate the love. We're going to keep this content rocking and rolling throughout the summer. We got some events planned with Big Sleep, roundtables coming up, music production, a lot of interviews lined up. You definitely want to like, comment, subscribe. Nothing left to do but win. It is going to be here. It's going to keep growing, and I believe Rasheedah is going to start something. If you want to let the people know about it now, you can, or if you want to take more time to put it together. What's up? What you got going on?
we're going to take a little more time to put it together, because when I do roll it out, I want it to be right. I don't just want to put no bullshit out there. I want it to be right. But like, I'll just say this, I will be sharing my journey over the last couple years. And we're going, for those that know, you know, for those that don't, you will know. And we're going to get in depth with some things. So just be on the lookout. Yeah. Also, we have a very special episode of Ladies Night this Sunday, and we are going to be talking with the ladies of Sinful Phases Social Club. They got a lot going on. They do a lot of community service, and I know these ladies personally, so it's going to be a very interesting interview. They got a lot going on. They feed the homeless. They do a lot. So we're going to talk to them Sunday. We're going to do that. So make sure y'all watch.
All right.
And one last thing. We have at least 2 years worth of content. Go back, see what we got. We got some great lives. We got some funny clips. We just got a lot that y'all probably haven't seen if you are new to the channel. Go back, watch, like, share, all of that. And typically, when I do the Cash App giveaway, it's has something to do with one of the older clips that was posted. So go watch the content so you'll be ready when it's time to do the Cash App giveaway.
Yeah, and as soon as we hit the 300, the next video after that, we'll do a $50 Cash App giveaway. Yep. A lot more things going out. We'll be shipping out merch, shipping out shirts, mugs, cups, hats, everything. We're going to keep this thing going full throttle. We'll have some more updates regarding Rasheedah and her new endeavor that she'll be doing. And other than that, y'all take care. Y'all be safe. I hate to bounce on y'all with 13 people in here, but you know, we got stuff to do. I might jump on this MP and go live and knock one out real quick or something. I don't know. But yeah, y'all be safe. Y'all take care. We appreciate the viewership. We appreciate the love, yo. And Rasheedah, thank you so much for constantly doing clips, going back, reviewing the content, always posting, always rewatching, always editing. Like, Rasheedah has so much to do with this movement. Honestly, ship would have been dead if it wasn't for Rasheedah. And I gotta keep it 100.
I don't know about all that.
Nah, yo, I went through a lot the last couple months. You know what I'm saying? I've been stable for the last 2, but like the last 8 months been rough for me, yo. They've been rough. They've been rough. It's been hard for me to pod. It's been hard for me to find a consistent spot. And you know, I'm just grateful that Rasheedah was here to keep this thing going, keep inspiring me, keep saying like, yo, we got to go live, or to even take it upon herself to grab a couple of people out the community and go live without me, just for the sake of keeping the movement alive. So thank you for that. I really appreciate you.
And I tell you all the time, the reason I'm so willing to do that is because when I was at my lowest point, y'all was there. Yeah, y'all saw me at my lowest point. Doing this was the thing that kept me from doing other destructive things. So I want to see the movement grow, you know. And I love y'all. I love all of y'all.
Yeah, we love you too. And you know, it's going to continue to grow. It absolutely is. When I first started this on YouTube, I had like 50 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? We are approaching 300, and I'm grateful for each and every one of y'all. So every time we go live, it's about 300 people that get the notification that, yo, nothing left to do but when it's live. Let's see what it is. Let's see if is niggas making beats. Is it ladies' nights? Is it the pod? Is it the boxing? Like, you know, we have diverse content on this channel. We're gonna start.
Really do.
Yeah, it's diverse as fuck. And I even thought, like, you know, I might have to, you know, make another channel specifically for like my musical journey. I'm not sure, but it's all driving traffic to nothing left to do but win. You know, sometimes I still struggle. Like, is it a network? Is it a corporation? Whatever it is, where I'm just driving traffic to it so people can see it. I sometimes I might jump on here and play chess. I might jump on here and make a beat. I might jump on here and play a video game. I might jump on here with Rasheedah. I might jump on here with AK. You know what I'm saying? I might bring conservative back. You never know. So you definitely want to tune in.
Shut up, Rasheedah. Let me just go ahead.
I knew it was coming. But yeah, look, we're going to sign out. Let me find something to play real quick. Yeah, we are going to sign out. We'll catch you next time. First time doing the afternoon show. I like the viewership though. Like, are you able to see the viewership?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Y'all at work bullshit.
Y'all at work on
Ain't doing a damn thing.
Y'all at work bullshit. Yo, shout out to the viewers. Y'all at work on bullshit. It might be lunch break, man.
Man, listen.
Yeah, this was
Get out of here.
Yeah, we're gonna tune it out, man. Appreciate you, Sheeta. And we're gonna sign out with this one. It's called Double Down, produced by Chaotic Flame. You never know, we might be back on here later. You never know.